Yeah, and I still hear their screams every night. Some nights I wake up not knowing the difference between my reality and my nightmares.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Batman. Next. Hey guys, my name's Barely, and I can't finish my backlog. Man, get the fuck! Nobody likes an annoying backlog. A culmination of games you've bought but haven't played, or played partway through, or even games you have yet to play but you know you'll purchase because those damn sales creep upon you out of nowhere. And before you know it, those games just stack up one upon the other as days, months, and even years pass by. Your friends are recommending more games to you. There's hype surrounding yet another Game of the Year contender. Some guy said, go play this game blind. That was me. And you're just there like, yeah bro, I'll add it to my list. Have you looked at your list? But you have to clear out that backlog. How else will you know what games you're talking about in your YouTube videos? Are you gonna sit there and say, yeah, I haven't played the game, but I've heard from other people that it's bad? What about when you're sitting there watching E3 or some other game show? A brand new game from an existing franchise pops up and you pretend to be excited about it because the prequel of that game was on your backlog. Armored Core! You haven't even played the Man, shut the fuck up. Look, the bitter reality of it is this. Either you have a lot of random shit on your backlog, or it's there because you played an hour or two of it, or you keep playing fucking Overwatch and hating yourself because you spent 5 hours on a session with the boys to end up at the same rank you started the day with, and you couldn't spend 2 hours on the one fucking game you were supposed to play for a video. No, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to myself. But it could be you. So, how does one tackle a backlog? But you're not here to tackle it, right? Daryl Talks Games can tell you how to do that. You're here to body that shit. To absolutely dominate, crush, and tear it apart like the little bitch it is. Because even if you can't finish all those games, this video will help you clear it out at least a little bit. And whether that is by me telling you how to complete them, or make you question why you put them there in the first place, or call you out for trying a game you know you have no appetite for. Man, shut your ass and tell us how to kill a backlog. I'm sorry. If you're like me, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the sheer size of an unorganized task. A list of TV shows, an anime with God knows how many seasons now, work or assignments that are still pending, and just like that, looking at all those games you have yet to start, how do you even try to begin? You make a list.
Wow!
I need you to physically put down a list of games into different categories. Make them as imaginative as you want, but they should be defined enough for you to have several separate headings. For example, games you put on your list because you were interested in them. Games recommended to you by a friend, by your favorite YouTuber, by the gaming community's hype. Or you know what? Make it easier. Genres you enjoy playing. Genres you want to try that are outside your comfort zone. It can be even easier than that. FPS games, open world games, Nintendo games. And when you get creative enough, you'll have all these sublists. And then you can take them down in any order you want. What? The reason for doing this is partly because cluttered shit makes me anxious, and mainly because you don't necessarily feel like playing a specific kind of game. Whether that's because it's just not your thing, or you already played a game of the same genre, you need to space this shit out. As much as you think you can take on 3 80-hour JRPGs in a row, you can't. It's okay. Xenoblade Chronicles isn't going anywhere. Wow, babe, you're playing Bloodborne again? And that's so hot. Yeah, my penis is pretty big. I'm kidding, that's not what you guys sound like. Also, it's above average. Going back to comfort shows and games makes a lot of sense. You enjoy them. Not everything new is worthwhile, and not everything worthwhile is even good. At least for you. It might be for someone else. I am a total dumbass. That is why I resonate with Jake Peralta or Michael Scott more than anyone on the cast of Friends or the fucking Big Bang Theory. And that is why I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Office, why I keep playing Overwatch in between video game releases, and why I can't seem to move on to the next game in my backlog. Unfamiliarity isn't fun and can make a person feel anxious. But you remember why you started playing games in the first place, right? You felt that overwhelming amount of emotion. You probably even cried when you finished your favorite game, and you just want to feel that way again. But at this point, you know how Link's Awakening ends. You've played it so many times, it won't make you feel any differently, and you can't change that. Is gone. Not all new games you pick up will make you feel the same way, and that's fine, because if they did, you'd be bored of them pretty fast. If I didn't step outside my comfort zone, I would never have watched the masterpiece that is Sherlock. I wouldn't have had an existential crisis in Nier Automata. I wouldn't have felt empty after Persona 5. You want that high again. I get it, but you have to stumble upon shit along the way to reach that. Put down that comfort game. It'll still be there for you after you knock one more out from the backlog. Huh? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Can you move that? They'll sub if they want to. We shouldn't have to ask them. Can you just get the title card? This is for you bitches who just need a reality check. The only thing that's stopping you from getting those sweet gains, trying out that one hobby, or playing that goddamn game that's been sitting there for the past... All you do is take up space in my library. Why did I buy you? Or playing that one game is you. And probably your financial situation. If you own the game already, then just go play it. If you took a chance on purchasing a game on sale in the first place, then I'm pretty sure something about it intrigued you enough to give it a shot, right? I wish I could spin up a story about how your psychology is stopping you from playing games on your backlog because, I don't know, they're overwhelming to take on. But buddy, the truth is, you lack discipline. Hey, your mom lacks discipline. Okay. Backlogs are kind of result of a lack of discipline because you buy new games even though you have unfinished ones sitting there. Telling you to just play the game is as easy as saying just finish the backlog. But if it was that simple, I would have done it already. Then again, why clear it out in the first place? Huh? Just let it sit there. Keep buying games. Keep piling it up. Clearly, there's some reason it's bothering you enough to want to finish it. It's not like you're some unhinged animal who's lost control of his life's choices, and the only way to bring back any control is by finishing Witcher 3, right? Right? I'm talking to you. Buddy, maybe you should stop buying new games until you finish old ones. Think of it as a reward for completing games on the backlog. At least it'll bring about some kind of discipline. And you know what? If you don't have the discipline to finish old games, then... This isn't admitting defeat. Maybe you genuinely gave the game a good go and you just absolutely cannot get yourself to play it whatsoever. It can be for whatever reason. It looks as dated as my grandpa's balls, the gameplay is jank as shit, the movement feels like ass. Just get rid of it. Maybe you'll have a change of heart in 4 years, but right now, let it go, man. Clear out that space. I used to have the stomach for Telltale games, but now I get so bored because I actually want to play the game. If you really don't want to play the game that everyone has been hyping up and telling you to play, tell them, bitch! I don't want to play Jedi Fallen Order. Heck, take off all the games you put a random 1 or 2 hours into that you really didn't feel like seeing through to the end. Your list will be so much more manageable that way. Acquired tastes have to be just that, acquired. My gateway to more open world games was Breath of the Wild. For horror games, it was The Evil Within. For shooters, it was Doom 2016. And you'll have that gateway game too. It's probably just not out yet. And maybe then, you can finally get started to absolutely bodying that backlog. Oh shit, a new video. I'll add this to my watch later. Hadouken!